All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm so excited for this deep dive.
Yeah, this should be a good one.
I think this is the problem that we've all faced at some point.
Probably. Yeah, I would think so.
It's happened to me. It's probably happened to you.
Yeah.
It's that moment when you go to turn on your AC
Oh,
and you're expecting that, glorious cool air,
right.
and you're just met with silence.
Man, warmth.
Yeah, and not the good kind of warmth.
No, no, not the kind we want.
The kind of warmth that makes you sweat.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to do a deep dive today all about frozen AC units.
Brr.
And, it's funny you sent this in.
Oh, really?
So this is clearly something that
You're dealing with.
I think you're dealing with right now. So
Hopefully we can help.
hopefully by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
So to get started, we're looking at this article.
Okay.
It's from wholesaleactservices.com,
All right.
and it's called How to Fix a Frozen Air Conditioner Coil.
How to fix a frozen air conditioner coil.
So
Let's get into it.
where do we even begin?
Well, I think the first thing to think about is that this is a really common problem.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people, they panic when they see this
Of course.
big block of ice on their AC unit, but
No, it wouldn't.
it's something that we can fix pretty easily.
Okay. That makes me feel better already.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes down to understanding how these systems work.
Okay, so like the basics.
Yeah, just the basics. So
Right.
think of your AC system kind of like your body's circulatory system.
Okay.
So you've got refrigerant, right?
Hmm.
Which is the fluid that makes the cooling possible.
Okay.
That's like your blood.
Uh-huh.
It's circulating through the system.
Right.
And then one of the crucial stops on this journey is something called the evaporator coil.
Evaporator coil.
Yeah, and that's a set of cold pipes where kind of all the magic happens.
Okay, now you're going to have to break that down for me.
Sure.
Evaporator coil sounds very technical.
No, it's actually pretty straightforward.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
basically a network of cold pipes. And these are located inside your AC unit.
Mm.
And what happens is air blows over these pipes,
Okay.
and then the refrigerant inside those pipes absorbs heat from the air.
Right.
And as it absorbs the heat, it evaporates.
Mhm.
And that cools down the air.
Gotcha.
And then that cool air is what circulates through your house.
Okay, so if the refrigerant is like our blood,
Yeah,
then the evaporator coil is kind of like our
like your lungs.
lungs.
Yeah, where the exchange happens.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It's where the heat is pulled out.
exactly.
Right.
And so just like our circulatory system, needs clear pathways to work properly.
Right, we can't have any blockages. Got
Exactly.
it.
Your AC also needs unrestricted airflow
Okay.
to function properly.
So if my evaporator coil is frozen,
Yeah,
that means something's blocking that system.
exactly. Something's preventing that airflow.
Okay, so what are the main culprits? What are the things that are blocking my AC?
So the most common one is a dirty air filter. So if your air filter is all clogged with dust and debris,
Yeah.
it's kind of like trying to breathe through a really thick scarf,
Yeah.
right? So that restriction, it chokes off the airflow.
To the evaporator coil.
Exactly, to the evaporator coil.
Right.
And that disrupts the heat exchange process.
Okay.
And so with insufficient airflow, the temperature on that coil, it plummets way down.
Oh.
And any moisture in the air is going to freeze
On contact.
on contact.
Oh, okay. So it's not just the air filter, though, right?
No, it could be any type of blockage.
Anything that's blocking the
Yeah.
airflow.
Uh-huh. So for example, if you have closed vents in certain rooms,
Mhm.
that can also disrupt airflow.
So, like, if I close my bedroom vent,
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I don't need, AC in there,
Right.
that could mess everything up.
Exactly, because your AC system is designed for balanced circulation.
Yeah.
It wants to kind of move that air throughout your whole house.
Right.
And so when you close a vent, it's kind of like you're pinching off a blood vessel.
It throws off the whole system.
So even something as simple as a piece of furniture
Exactly.
that's blocking a vent.
Yeah, if you have a couch that's like right up against your return vent or something,
Right.
that can also cause problems.
Wow. Okay, so give your AC some space.
Give it some breathing room.
Just like you'd want for yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, so we talked about airflow,
Uh-huh.
but you said that wasn't the only issue.
Right. Let's go back to that refrigerant analogy.
Okay, the blood.
The blood. Yeah.
All right.
So if you have a refrigerant leak,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like losing blood.
Mm.
Your system just can't function properly.
Okay.
So a leak can lead to low pressure in the system,
Mm-hmm.
and that causes the refrigerant to evaporate too quickly.
Oh.
And when things evaporate quickly, what
It
happens?
might get cold.
They get cold.
Really fast.
Exactly.
Okay.
So cold, in fact, that the moisture in the air freezes onto that evaporator coil.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so this is where things get a little bit tricky.
Because unlike a blocked air filter,
Right.
a refrigerant leak is not a DIY fix.
Oh, so I can't just,
You can't just
yeah.
sop it off. Yeah, you're going to need a professional
Okay.
to come in,
Mm-hmm.
identify the leak, repair it,
Mm-hmm.
and then recharge the system.
So if I change my air filter and things still aren't working,
Yeah.
it's time to call somebody.
Yeah, that's a good indication that something else might be going on.
Okay.
Now, another thing that people don't always think about
Right.
is the coils themselves.
Okay.
So over time, dirt and grime
Uh-huh.
can build up on those coils,
Okay.
and that can act as insulation.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it prevents the coil from absorbing heat effectively.
So dirty coils can cause the system to freeze up.
Yeah, it sounds kind of counterintuitive.
It does.
But remember, it's all about heat exchange,
Right.
right? And if those coils are dirty,
Okay.
they can't absorb heat efficiently,
Mm,
and that throws off that delicate temperature balance.
gotcha.
And that can lead to frost buildup.
So regular cleaning is key.
Regular cleaning is key. Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else, or have we pretty much covered it?
I think we've hit the main culprits,
Okay.
but there are a couple of less common possibilities,
Okay.
like a malfunctioning fan
Huh.
that can disrupt airflow, just like a clogged filter would,
Right.
or a faulty thermostat that's sending incorrect signals to the system,
Right.
which can cause it to overwork and freeze.
So many things.
It's a complex system.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different parts that have to work together.
Okay, but let's get practical here.
Okay.
Because I think our listeners probably sitting there staring at a block of ice
Right.
and being like, how do I fix this?
Yeah, how do I get this thing working again?
Exactly.
So first and foremost,
Okay.
safety first,
Safety.
always.
Okay.
So you want to completely turn off the system
Okay.
before you attempt any kind of defrosting.
Right.
And you can use a hairdryer on a low setting
Okay.
to carefully melt the ice, or you can place towels around the unit
Okay.
to absorb the water as it melts.
So no, like chipping away at the ice with the screwdriver?
No, no, no.
I feel like that's tempting, but probably not a good idea.
Yeah, you don't want to damage anything.
Right.
So just be patient.
Let it melt.
Yeah. Okay. But as we've been talking about, prevention is always better than a cure.
Right.
So regularly changing your air filter,
Yeah.
keeping those vents open and clear,
Mm-hmm.
and scheduling professional maintenance,
Okay.
those are the keys.
So if you're dealing with a frozen AC unit,
Mm-hmm.
it might be a pain,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be a disaster.
Exactly.
Just understanding the system and taking these preventative measures
Yeah.
can really keep you cool and comfortable all summer long.
Exactly.
Who knew AC was so complicated?
Right. It's actually kind of fascinating when you think about it.
It is.
Like, did you know that the invention of air conditioning
Mhm.
had a huge impact on everything?
Really?
Yeah, like architecture,
Oh, wow.
migration patterns, all kinds of things.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So maybe this whole experience will make you appreciate,
My AC unit a little bit more.
yeah, all the things that keep us comfortable in our homes.
Yeah, and maybe do a little research on the history of AC.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, well. Until next time, everybody, stay cool.
Stay cool.